Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kim. Tonight's video is all about an August reset. So I'm going to create a different menu plan for the next few weeks, just to kind of reset myself and my husband, a different bedtime, a different schedule. I've got a new book that I'm reading, some different exercises that I'm going to try. I'm going to make a kind of a bucket list of things that I want to do before the first day of fall. So this video is going to be all about just trying to get back into the swing of things, trying to get over a year that's kind of been up and down personally for me, professionally for me, and get myself and my apartment and my husband and our kitty in great shape for the fall and winter ahead. So if you like this kind of video, hit the like button, and if you want to see more of this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I appreciate you being here. Take care, be well, and I'll see you again. Okay, let's do a quick refrigerator tour before I go over this no spend August. So at the last part of July, we did go grocery shopping and we bought an extra country crock. It was $2 cheaper than normal. I think we normally pay like $6.86. We got it for $4.86. We bought two of them. We got this big bag of Colby Jack, which we normally wouldn't buy. We got that from someone else's Walmart order. It was delivered in ours. I called about it, and they said just either keep it, donate it, or throw it away because you can't return it to the store. So we kept it, and so we'll use it. My husband's coleslaw for his lunch, applesauce for his lunch, some half and half for coffee, his lactose-free milk, orange juice for work. That will last us. The way that we're going to get through it is that I bought a dozen oranges, so I'm going to make he's going to use that. He's going to drink a smaller glass, and then I'm going to juice oranges for the rest of the month, so we won't have to buy orange juice till the 1st of September. Breakfast sausage for what we're having tonight for dinner. We've got about 3/4 of a package of lettuce, 3/4 of a package of spinach. I've got an eggplant. I've got 36 eggs. We've got some wee yogurt, just one each for dessert. He said that French onion dip probably well over a month, so it's probably time to go bye-bye. He got this frosted Philadelphia cream cheese from a coworker at work. They thought they were buying, I'm not sure, cottage cheese or something. Anyways, they gave him to him, so I'm going to probably make some pumpkin bars, a small pan of those. His yogurt all made up. I've got some red plums and my yogurt, and then some Yoplait of mine made up. I got I think 5 of those Spage or Phage or whatever yogurts that I bought about the middle of June. They're good until the second week of August, so I got to use those up. And then my own just regular Great Value vanilla. We had a friend in this weekend for their birthday, and so we've got 2 pieces of birthday cake left. I think it started with 9. I bought that birthday cake I think in February from the bakery we go to. 2 sticks of plant butter left from the cookies that I made about 6 weeks ago. And then in the crisper, we've got cabbage that will last us until the end of August. What we did was we bought 2 medium-sized cabbages, and my husband's actually dicing it up for me or chopping it up. And so we're using, for this period of 2 weeks, we used 1/4 green, 1/4 red cabbage, and then next week we'll use another quarter, and then probably by then it'll be kind of brown. So then the second whole green cabbage and the second whole purple cabbage or red cabbage that we bought won't have been chopped into yet, and that'll be good for the last 2 weeks. And then we've got about 6 apples, a dozen oranges, I think we've got 5 pounds of potatoes in there. I showed in a recent grocery haul. We still got some peanut butter cups, and then just our regular condiments. My husband had me buy this. I think it was just, I think we went shopping July 25th or 6th. This pumpkin spice, I've never drank or tasted anything pumpkin spice, and I don't really like Starbucks, but it had the least worst ingredients in it, so I'll go ahead and try it. And if you've never tried pumpkin spice like me, I'll definitely tell you what my opinion of it is. And of course, there's waters for work and hummingbird food and some water. I'm going to be giving up all soda and just going to 3 or 4 cups of decaf coffee a week and water. So getting rid of the soda and that due to expense, and I think a lot of the cans just aren't done right. They're either overcarbonated or undercarbonated, and I usually drink about 6 cans of 7-Up a month. So I'm going to get rid of that. So that's what the refrigerator looks like. We're going to do a quick of the freezer. Don't mind the plastic, it all gets reused. I don't like using it either, but it saves space. So we've got some mozzarella sticks we need to use up. That will be just used in a meal where I make like a sandwich, or not a sandwich, where I make like hot dogs or bratwurst or something like that. That'll just be the side. I think there's 7 mozzarella sticks left. I've got strawberries up here for smoothies and strawberries up here for my second batch of strawberry jam. Here's the bananas. So we always go shopping every week for bananas, but we're not going to do that anymore. Instead, what I've done is I've purchased a bunch of bananas that were kind of on the ripe side, and I've frozen them. I still can have a banana every day, and so can my husband, but we can have it in a smoothie. Some green beans that I flash froze that we got from a local farmer, and that a couple of weeks ago. Strawberries. Here's 3 or 4 potato patties that we're going to have tonight with our breakfast meal. More strawberries. This is some hot dogs that are left over. The coffee that we bought here when coffee was rising in its price. Some leftover Minnesota goulash. Some hot dog buns. Some grated cheese, mozzarella cheese for homemade pizza. Yep, my husband has back to them TV dinners we bought at the end of July when we went shopping. There is a cake in there, bought at the same time we bought the other cake. We got 2 for $11, so we'll probably save that for his birthday next month. And then some pizzas, and I think I showed those in a haul. Those were 2 for $5 at the local grocery store, and I think these pizzas have been in there for about 6 months. This ice cream was bought also last month. It was 2 something. Cookies and cream by Breyers, so he hasn't gotten into that yet. My ice, and then some of my homemade broth. I drink 6 to 8 ounces of broth every other day of the week, and then just his ice pack. So that's our refrigerator and freezer tour. Okay, for our little family here, I've come up with a different way of shopping. You know, as we always imagine, if we do shop at Walmart, or even, well, I guess it's basically Walmart, you go in there and it has everything. It has all the stuff that you need in the frozen or the produce or the canned or dry goods or baking, cleaning, household, you know, all the dairy and the water and the alcohol and whatnot, and stuff for your animals and clothing and socks and home decor and car, and it's everything. And you can fill up a cart and have a little bit of this and a little bit of that, trying to stretch that budget, you know. Oh, I'll just buy a little bit of meat because I need to get, you know, socks. And we've done that for all of our marriage. And I like shopping at Walmart because I can get everything in one place, but I find I'm always kind of negotiating. Less of this, more of that. And when I get home, I'm like, well, you know, I got to shop in another week because I didn't buy enough of this. Or I probably could have waited with this household good because I needed more bread, and on. And it's just, it's been kind of a pain, kind of a headache to try to figure out your budgeting when you all of a sudden, you know, you want to do these no spends or these challenges and you deplete everything out of your freezer. That doesn't make sense to me. Trying not to deplete everything out of your freezer, that sounds to me like it's kind of a lot of chaos and confusion. So I wanted to have a month where I didn't spend any money on groceries or anything for the household. That was my goal at the first of the year. It was also more relying more on deliveries to have less mileage in our car, but trying to build up a pantry, which I've had a video about, and trying to lessen any type of waste, trying to create a little bit more in leftovers for busy times where I might not be able to cook 2 big meals in a day, or you know, a good sized lunch and a nice dinner, especially on the weekends or if we have company. And putting that all together and thinking about it, I came up with what I call like zone shopping. So I see that I need meat, and I prioritize a good part of our budget in going out and buying meat. And that's not just at any price, but looking for sales prices. So in the last 3 or 4 months, I did manage to get ground beef into the house for anywhere from $2.99 to $3.99 a pound, which was really good. Some at the local grocery store, some at Manager's Special, and some at Woodman's Grocery in Alaska. And by doing so, I was able to stock our refrigerator with a good, or freezer with a good amount of ground beef. I did find a chicken that we like, and that was really good, so that buying whole chickens and stuff had been up to $10 and $11 for a 4-pound chicken. I was able to buy 5-pound chickens for $7 and $8 and $9, so I went ahead and did that. And bought up to 20, I think it's close to 29 pounds of chicken. And focused on that in, let's just say, a period of like 1 or 2 months grocery shop. If I needed produce, I tried to order enough so that I could process some of it. So we have a local farmer that we're doing some business with. So you can't really process carrots, at least I don't, but you can process snap peas or early peas, some asparagus. I process zucchini and eggplant. So bought enough at a good price per pound and processed enough for that particular month, and the next the next month you don't want to. I at least don't want to have my eggplant sitting in the freezer for months on end, especially during this season right now where we're eating it twice a month. So we bought a good amount of vegetables, paper products and stuff. We just went ahead and bought larger packages, and for good prices. Target's competing with Walmart, Walmart's competing with Aldi, and so on and so forth, and you can get a good price. And we did, so we bought enough toilet paper for a while. We bought enough shampoo and deodorants and stuff. I found good prices on bulk prices on deodorants at Walmart if you ordered online. Bulk prices for shampoo on Walmart online if you did it online and they shipped it or delivered it to your front door. So I've been doing stuff mainly through Walmart, through third-party sellers where they offer you like a bulk of 4 deodorants or 6 boxes of cereal, or in the same way that I bought the coleslaw dressing. I buy 3 or 4 containers at a time. Beats the price in store, and it's free shipping. So I did that since the first of the year, so I got my pantry built up. I've been able to get my meat stocks, built up in the freezer. And so I can do a month of no spend by kind of what I call zone shopping, and not deplete my freezer, not deplete my pantry, just get rid of that month's worth of product. So, going with what my inventory is right now. So currently, right now, we use 3.5 pounds of beef a month, and what we make from that is hamburgers. I have spaghetti with meatballs, spaghetti with meat sauce. My husband wants a meatball now with ratatouille, casserole, and meatloaf. All of those meals have leftovers. But I'm not really going to mention that, but I'm just, for everything. But there's really leftovers in every meal that I make. So if there is leftovers, then one of these things on the meal board here just gets postponed for a later date. So what I have on hand is 15 pounds of ground beef, all bought at $3.99 a pound. You can't do that right now, in this area at least. So I have enough in my freezer to last until the first week of December. Then we go down to chicken. We use about 5 pounds of that a month. Sounds like a lot, but it isn't when you're doing a roast chicken and then you're having leftovers for the soup and leftovers for chicken salad. We just have our loaded salad with some chicken in it if we don't do the egg. Chicken wraps, we don't use too much. We don't use very much chicken. We use mostly vegetables. Chicken strips, I always make at least one of those meals a month, and then whatever's left over, especially like the dark meat, which my husband doesn't like, I go ahead and make chicken salad, and I put onions in it and celery in it for him, and he loves it. He doesn't even notice that it's dark meat. So I have 29 pounds of chicken on hand, so I have enough chicken to last until the first of next year. I always buy breakfast sausages. Jimmy Dean had a special here in the last few weeks at Walmart, so I bought 3 packages of Jimmy Dean sausages. So I have 32 on hand, and I'm good with those until the first of the year. We go through a pound of bacon a month, and I have 3 pounds on hand, so I'm good with that till the first part of November. And meals that we make out of that are breakfast sandwiches and omelets, scrambled eggs with cottage cheese, hard-boiled egg with a sausage, pancakes with a sausage or bacon, and BLT with the bacon. And then bratwurst, my husband likes that bought every month. So right now we go through 6 brats a month. We've got 24 on hand, so we're good until the first part of December. We have brats, or he has brats with house fries, brats in a bun, and I make potato salad. brats and beans, whether they're homemade beans or pork and beans, and brats in a stir fry. He likes sometimes in our stir fry to have some of those chopped up. So I've got 24 on hand, so we're good until the first part of December. And then 3 pounds of salmon. A month we go through now. We have 7 pounds on hand. We're good until October. I do salmon and rice, cold salmon and a salad, and that's cooked salmon that's then just not warmed back up. Salmon patties. I also make salmon patties with cucumber salad. And then other meals that aren't really associated per se with meat. Ratatouille, homemade pizza, loaded salad with egg, potato salad with corn on the cob, chicken soup, either homemade or canned with a sandwich. My husband likes paninis, and then lentil soup. And so we have products on hand. The corn on the cob, my husband's going to be getting that free from a coworker, so I'm not sure how much we're going to have, but I am going to freeze whole corn on the cobs. So that's 31 meals with leftovers. That won't deplete my freezer. It won't deplete my pantry. It won't do anything except for I got all of this stuff, or a good amount of this stuff, at good prices. I bought what I thought I would need for 3 or 4 months. I was able to do that, and now I just lay out a meal plan for the next 3 or 4 months. For this month, for sure, there isn't going to be any extra spending, so I've got all the vegetables I need, the pantry items I need. The bananas we've taken care of by freezing bananas. We've got enough milk products and juice products and yogurt products. So there isn't anything that we need to have delivered to the house until the first part of September. And then when we do go shopping in September, it won't be any of the things on this list. Most of these things aren't due to run out. But before they run out, I will go out and look for a good price again. So I'm not sure what this is, what kind of shopping this is, but this is saving us an incredible amount of money. It's using things up, kind of rotating and using things up on a great schedule after I purchased them at a great price, and we've got plenty left for the months to come. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this about budgeting, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, take care, be well, and I'll talk to you again. And this is the book that I'm going to start reading here this week, hopefully by Thursday. It's called The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. It's the season to fall in love. Haven't read a book like that in many years, by Lori Gilmore. And apparently it's just about a cafe in a small town of Dream Harbor. A woman jumping at the chance for a fresh start. Relationship with a local farmer. Will Jeannie's happy-go-lucky attitude win over the grumpy but gorgeous Logan? So it's just kind of like one of them granny books or whatever. So, and I'm not a granny, but I'm a granny's age. So I think this looks good, but subject matters for any age. I just thought it looked like a good cozy book to start thoughts of fall with. So that's what I'm going to begin. So just a little bit of a change up. Try to reset August with a new menu. Saving money, clearing out August's portions of food in the freezer and refrigerator, dreaming about what I'll buy in September for my pantry. I'll have a new video on that soon. Taking a walk or getting out in nature to our favorite place in Nacita, the refuge. We haven't been able to get out much due to mosquitoes, and I don't like spraying off. And just kind of having a general reset and getting ready for the next season.